And if you know high fashion, then you probably know André Leon Talley. He died this week at the age of 73. Talley came from the segregated South to New York and turned his dreams of fashion into reality. Some of the people who knew him gave us this homage to his signature style.
André Leon Talley, his grandest title was creative director for American Vogue, and that was a place in the masthead that no other black person has occupied since André.
I remember him being one of the warmest people in a room where, fashion can be quite prickly.
He once did say to me that all of his fashion decisions were very intentional, that he wore his clothing like armor because the fashion industry can be an unkind industry.
He just became firm friends with some of the most iconic designers of today. Oscar de la Renta, Valentino, Karl Lagerfeld, Marc Jacobs.
His big introduction to fashion was really through another legendary editor, Diana Vreeland.
He was a receptionist for Andy Warhol at Interview magazine.
It was sort of one step after another.
And it was one of the finest moments in the life of Valentino in his career. Vera Wang at her best. I thought it was just magical and very feminine.
He understood the power of his presence, and I think as he got older, he used it very wisely and judiciously.
Aside from being such a beloved character, he had the most immense impact on design.
His style works because it's who he is. And so whatever you wear must reflect who you are.
So let me
never take cues and say it's wrong.
I mean, the caftans, they just got more and more elaborate every time you'd see him.
Most of them were custom made for him, and so they really reflected his rising stature in the industry.
We would often see him on a red carpet or at an event wearing a cape. He would call them his armor, but for us they were just art.
He really believed in the small details and the gestures. Those were the things that ultimately kind of pulled a look together.
This was an Alexander McQueen moment where he was with his friend, Naomi Campbell. Everything is so perfectly done. The Alexander McQueen cape with the white silk glove, the white silk shirt and tie, perfectly matching his date, Naomi Campbell, who's his good friend.
There absolutely is a grandness and a majesticness to them that is a real statement that this black man who grew up in the segregated South saw himself as deserving of and worthy of these kind of sort of kingly raiments.
I remember seeing this, and he made this extravagant entrance in this beautiful royal blue cape, and it was worn over a black tuxedo, and he had these red patent leather shoes on with matching red socks.
It's not as if these were pieces that existed somewhere in a collection. These were pieces that were created just for him.
He was rarely seen without one of his very sharp bespoke suits.
The time when he entered the fashion industry, the 70s, it really was a very clubby industry.
The socks, the loafers, the shorts, this suit is like schoolboy goals.
As a very young man, he had a more sort of flamboyant style, and I think a lot of that was an expression of his creativity, his interest in fashion, his sort of playing around with trying to figure out who he was.
He was taught about fashion through church.
Raised by his grandmother in the South.
That's where his love of fashion and education around fashion started.
This was someone who was both very formally educated, but also someone who was a lifelong learner.
He wasn't born into aristocracy. He worked really hard. He studied. He knew his fashion inside out.
Futuristic, high-tech experimentation with fabrics and shapes.
Should clothes be fun?
Of course they should be fun.
Should they enhance and lift you up?
Of course.
He just was an enormous footprint in the fashion industry.
We lost a legend. He's such an incredible force of nature. He will be remembered forever.